We know the way, and we welcome you to San Jose, California. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. It's the UNLV Rebels and the San Jose State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach. He said they have got incredible plans right now to get this wide receiver involved. Defenses have been keying on him. With the young quarterback, they think they have put something into the scheme that will help them get the ball to their receiver downfield, regardless of what the defense tries to do. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bowie. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Spartans offense will have the football first. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Caught. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Butler. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The kick is on its way. Hauls it in at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Rebels offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Taz Reddix. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner.
There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Vegas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL. He would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Here he comes with the return. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down to the air. Turns it upfield. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Spartans will punt this one away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. On the return. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Rebels offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Running behind that left side. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls it and fires to the left. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. Fires on the run. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Working the middle, it's complete.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Snags it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Aldridge. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Using his legs, it's Butler. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Nelson. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. Couldn't find his man last time, now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocked Knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking for the score. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Hits inside. It's Valentine. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Out wide right, it's Lyons. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On the direct snap, it's Royer. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
On the ground, it's Valentine. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Quick give. It's Valentine. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Royer. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
The defense. This game, they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory. He jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Spartans! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. He's changing the play. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Royer. Rush right in his face. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Making his first move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this. The Spartans have it with a 1st and goal.
Ready. Wide, 53. Ready, go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Spartan. Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Open spaces. Past the 20. Touchdown, UNLV. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made the extra point without problem. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback changing the play. Drops back. It's Royer. Finds his target.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, it's Butler. He's past the 30. Well, so much for running out the clock. You get a huge play like that and you're set up maybe to put points on the board before the break. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Here we go. Ready. Red 18. Red 18.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 11 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
And the Spartans will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Got the first down. All by himself down the middle. Inside the 30. He's at the and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bowie. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Aldridge. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Under pressure. And it's a sack.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in on the right. They finally get to him. Way there to pick up the first down.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Running inside, it's Butler. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Red 54. Go, go.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. He's gonna take off. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field.
Ready. Flag 14. Flag 14.
To the air, it's Nelson. Left side is Anderson. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Spartans will hustle to the line. Wants to throw one first. Takes a hit as he fires. Couldn't make the grab in the end zone, but this flag looks as if it'll be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. On first down, here comes this offense. Right side, it's Lions. Pulled to the ground. At the end of that play, there is a Spartan who is slow to get up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. They'll need a bunch on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Valentine. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Royer. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker. Could be an alley. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The run inside. It's Valentine. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, Like running back now runs through him, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Right at the line. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Motion from the wideout. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Straight ahead, it's Valentine. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And he's in! Touchdown, Rebels! Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Volunteers sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Trying to take it back. He's at the touchdown, Rebels. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Bowie. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Down, ready. Flag for team, go, down.
Wants to throw. It's Nelson. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Flag for team, go.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
The defense is in great.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on 4th down. Looking down the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Rebels sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for this offense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. They're going to run it. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. 4th and goal from the 1, you got to go for it.
100%. I'm going for it. I'm not bringing a kicker on the field. Go for it.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Royer. Touchdown, Rebels. And the punishment has been extended. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Bowie. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Back to pass, it's Nelson. catch in the middle. It's Butler. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it. Stop in the backfield, and they'll turn it over on downs. Great push and penetration from that defensive front.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Snags it in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Nelson. He wants a big play here late. Upstairs he's got it. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Fresh set of downs going up top. He's not afraid to go deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Here we go, ready. Black 88.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports.